Hello, welcome back to Farm Base with Make. Now we are in that our day 21 that we've been waiting for since we stocked this Ross 308 from Agrited Hatchery. Now, there was something I did yesterday that I really want to share an update on this morning. Yesterday I decided to weigh some of these chicks in this side of this where I selected the bigger ones too. And I discovered an amazing thing yesterday. That is what I will be talking about today. Now, when I weigh some of these chicks that I have in here yesterday, some were already giving me 1.28 kilogram. While one particular one that I weighed, that gave me 1.38 kilogram. Amazing, just 3 weeks old. That means this feed is very okay, very okay, because at the end of this batch, by the time we are disposing these birds, I'm going to do a video to really compare this particular feed that I am giving right now with the one we've been using before, which is the Broiler. So I'm going to tell you what I discovered. I'm using these two brand of professional feed. I'm going to give you the secrets behind all of them. So, and the result we also get, I'm going to share everything with you and then tell you some things I discovered on this other feed that I'm using right now. And I'll also compare the result with. But right now, one amazing thing that I am observing right now, you know, 3 weeks old, we've not had any mortality. Very amazing. We've not had any mortality, and there is none among them showing any sign of weakness that, oh, this one is looking dull and all of that. They are all very active. Amazing. So what I'll be doing this morning now, I want to properly take the average weight today to really know what is going to give us. Now, even if I say I'm not going to take the average weight today, let me just continue with what I am doing. I know we've already overshoot that average weight. We've already and our average weight can never be below 1.1 kilogram. I can tell you that. Why? I also went to this other side, to that end where we have the one I will call the one where I selected these bigger ones from. I also took some few ones among them there, weighed them. What I was getting from there was 1.1 kilogram, 1.17 kilogram. The least one I got from there yesterday was about 1.075 kilogram. That is 1,075 kilogram. That was what I got from that other end. That's to tell you, if we decide to take the average weight as I did yesterday, we have already exceeded 1.1 kilogram. But I want to properly take the average weight right now. Though we've not hit the exactly 21 days old right now, because we still have about 4 hours. But I won't be available by that time that these birds will be exactly that 21 days old. So I will need to use this opportunity to quickly take their average weight now, because the difference between this now and then that 3 hours from now will not be that much. Even if they are going to gain weight, it won't be that much. So it will be almost be the same. So that's why I need to take the average weight now. Remember, the scale is still our normal kitchen scale. I'll be making use of this is the scale I'll be making use of. Now, ensure this scale, because it's not actually the first time we are doing this. If you've been following my video, you know that, okay, we've actually been using this scale to take our measurement. Now, this is the container that I'll be using, because each time I try putting one of them on top of the scale, it takes a while for the chick to be stable there. So I'll be putting them here and then taking my measurement. Now, a bigger scale would have been better to really take this measurement. That is where you'll be able to carry like 3 or 10 at a time and weigh. But I don't have such scale right now. What I have is what I'm going to make do with. Now, first of all, when you put it on, it might not be at 0 level. It might not be at 0. Just press on this T, that is the tab button. It turns to 0. Now, by the time we put this rubber there, it's going to give us some grams there. That is about 185 84 gram. So whatever gram it is, that's not what I am interested in. I need to just press on this start button, it turns to 0. But I know when I remove it now, I'm going to get that minus 185. So I need to bring my chicks now and weigh them. Now I'll be weighing them one after the other because of the kind of scale I have. What I'll be doing, by the time I weigh some from this end, I will also go to the other end and then pick some and weigh, and then take my average weight. So that's what I'll be doing. Again, for us to really get a proper average weight, we don't have to just concentrate on one end, pick our best from one end and weigh. No. By the time we pick from here now, we go to that end, pick, we go to that other end, we pick, we go to that end, we pick, and then we go to this other end too and pick. At random, we don't have to select, so that we'll get a proper average weight. Now, another thing I have not done this morning, I have not given them feed. I need to take that average weight before giving them feed. That's one thing I need to let you know. Okay. Now I have one chick in there right now. You can see he's still trying to do as if he wants to come out. This is one of the challenges you will have using this kind of scale to weigh. Let's see what it gives us. This is okay. You can see what it gives us. 1,300 and let me see. Okay, 1,300 okay, it's just dancing. Let it stabilize before I be able to take the reading. This is about 1,350 gram. That is 1.35 kilogram. That's what this one is giving us. So let me pick another one and weigh. Okay, this other one is giving me 1,168 gram. Okay, this is the third one. I'm getting 1,300 okay, 1,330 gram. 1,330 gram, which is 1.33 kilogram. That's the third one. Okay, this is another one. 1,297 gram. That's 1.29 kilogram. That's almost 1.3 kilogram. Okay, this is another one. 1.13 kilogram. That's 1,132 gram. 1.132 kilogram. Okay. Okay, this is another one. I'm getting 1,000. Okay, this is almost 1.3 kilogram. That's 1,300 gram. Okay, let me weigh more and then calculate my average weight. Okay. Okay, this is 2,443 gram by 2 chicks. I decide to try if 2 chicks can enter this container. I have 2 there, and this is what the 2 weigh. So I'm going to take the average weight when I finish weighing all of them. Okay. Okay, here's another 2. Let me see what they are going to give me. Okay. Okay, I have here 2,519. Okay, 2,508. Just a minute. 2,515 gram. I'll take 2,515 by 2 chicks. Okay. Okay, this is another one. 2,512 gram by 2 chicks. I'm going to calculate the average at the end of it all. Okay. Okay, we have 2 chicks in there too. Let's see what it's going to give us. 2,400 now. Okay, just wait. Okay, okay. 2,436 gram. That is 2.436 kilogram by 2 chicks. Okay, I have here by 2 chicks 2,544 gram. That is 2.544 kilogram. Okay, this is another 2. Okay, let's see what it's going to give us. Okay, 2. Okay, just wait. Okay. 2,617 gram. That's 2.617 kilogram by 2 chicks. Okay. Okay. This is another 2. Let's see what they are giving us. Oh, 2,000. Okay, just wait. 2,300 and okay. 2,386 gram. That's 2.386 gram by 2 chicks. Okay. Okay, we've taken enough sample from this end now, so we need to now move to this other end where the ones I will call the slow growing ones are, and then pick some sample there before taking our average weight. Okay, I'm in this other end now. I have here 3 chicks inside that, so let me see what they have. That's 3.111 kilogram. That is 3,100 and okay, 3,113 gram by 3 chicks. Okay. Okay, this is another one by 3 chicks. Let's see what's giving us. Okay, this is 3,100 and okay, just a minute. 3,112. I'll take 3,106. 3,112 gram. That is 3.112 kilogram by 3 chicks. Okay, this is a 3,250 gram by 3 chicks. 3,250 gram by 3 chicks. Okay, so this is it. I think I've taken enough sample. Let me go and calculate the average weight, but let me take one more sample before taking the average weight giving us. Okay, those are the 3 chicks. Let's see them. This is 3,397. Okay, 3,398 gram. That is 3.398 kilogram by 3 chicks. Okay, now this is going to be our last sample. What I have in there is 3,370 gram by 3 chicks. That is 3.37 kilogram by 3 chicks. So this is our last sample. Now, and one other thing, if you are really observant about this, the weight that we've gotten so far, you discover that calculating the average weight, we've already exceeded 1.1 kilogram. I will still have to calculate everything and then show you. Now, another thing you also need to observe, you discover that among these ones that I will call the slow growing ones that are not the shooters, there is none less than 1 kilogram right here. Now the weight, the average weight we are supposed to get by this day 21, according to the breeder's documentation, is about 900 and something gram. Yes, I think about 9 something, but I'm going to give you the documented average weight that we are supposed to get. So, but we have already exceeded that, which is very, very impressive. I know every batch we raise, every batch of birds we raise in this farm, we always exceed that target weight. It's not strange to us anymore. We've been exceeding it, so it's not something strange. We are heading towards, in about few hours from now, we'll be into week 4. We'll start the week 4. But there is a very important thing you need to do. Another management practices, which is managing the heat stress. From this week 40, we dispose them. Very, very important, because we don't want to lose anyone, because since we stock these birds, we've not lost anyone other than that first one that we lost mistakenly. Other than that, we've not lost anyone to any form of disease or the other, because we've been doing what we're supposed to be doing, which is very, very important. So I want to keep it that way by the grace of God, so that by disposal, we will not have anyone that we lost, and so that our profits can also be increased. Now that's when we'll have to introduce vitamin C, especially when the weather is very hot. We'll have to now introduce vitamin C to their drinking water in order to replenish the lost nutrient as a result of that heat stress. So we'll have to manage them, pay close attention to them, so that by the end of it all, we'll have a bumper harvest. I know that bumper harvest is on the way. Now, one of the things we do in this channel, like I always say, if you ask your question, you comment, and we discover that, okay, responding to that comment by text will not really give you a proper understanding of the question you ask, we take that question, we make a video with it, post it, so that you have more value to the answer that we provide to your question. This is what we do, and what we are committed to at Farm Biz with McCain. And now, one other thing you need to understand, we didn't just jump to this stage that we are. There are steps that we've been following from day one. Right, even before the chicks arrived, there were things we did. I have a playlist up here on how to raise Ross 308 broiler chicks, how we got to this stage we are. Every video is in there. You can check out the playlist up here. It will give you a detailed understanding of everything we've been doing, right from before we stock the the chicks till this moment. Now that we've entered almost week 4, there is one advice I want to advise you when you are raising your broilers. Though I stated this in some of my videos in the past, you don't have to bank on something that, okay, by so time this person promised me so amount of money, I will use that to buy feed for my broilers. Don't do that. You'll be making a very huge mistake, because as at a few days ago, these birds are already consuming 1 full bag of feed per day. That is, these 200 birds that I have in here, they are already consuming 1 full bag of 25 kg feed by per day. Now imagine now that we have entered week 4. That is in about 2-3 hours we entered into week 4. They will be consuming over a bag of feed per day. Are you ready for that? Because I hate it when somebody, maybe you plan to dispose your birds by day 35, then you are not thinking of, oh, I don't have money to feed my birds anymore, let me dispose them by week 3, week 4. Don't let that happen to you. Now, if for instance you have the money somewhere, save somewhere, and now you've taken out some part of that money before that, okay, by so time you are going to replace it, or you are planning of, oh, let me just buy a few bags of feed, by so time I'll put the money back and all that. Don't do that. Leave the money for feed. Leave the money you are going to use in buying feed. Don't touch it by this time, because this is the time they are really consuming feed, a whole lot of feed. If you miss it this time, you'll be surprised. The weight you get might not be massive. It will be affected. So don't bank on what anybody is going to give you. Plan yourself well, because that is one of the reasons why I make some video on determining your cost of production, knowing how much you are going to spend to raise one bird to disposal, so that you know how to plan for it. And again, don't overstock. If for instance what you have, the money you have at your disposal can comfortably raise 100 birds for you, can comfortably raise 50 birds for you, don't go ahead and stock 200 birds. Don't go ahead and stock 300 birds, because it will be shocking. As these birds are growing, they are consuming more. As they are growing, they are consuming more. If you are not able to to feed them to maturity, then the buyers you are going to call, they will know, okay, you are their mercy now. They are going to price you so bad that you will be annoyed. So don't let that happen to you. Ensure you have money for their feed now. This is very important. We don't have to economize feed for them. I know the price of feed is a bit high, so we don't have to economize feed. Give them what they are supposed to consume per day, so that they can give you that weight they are supposed to give you per day. This is very important. And then here, water, giving them quality water by this time, because they are really going to be affected by heat stress, especially if you live in a temperate region. If you don't manage the heat stress well, it's going to affect them. So that's when you have to have cool drinking water for them at all time. This time is very extremely important. Don't joke with that. It will help them to cool off. Please make sure you make provision for that. It's just the update I want to add to the update I'm sharing today. Thank you so very much. Again, if you find this video helpful, in a way to say thank you, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification icon, like, comment and share, as this will help us to grow our channel and reach a larger audience.